Hey traders, John Howell here. We're going to be looking at the markets, and guys, today's video is just a bit of an update, an important update just about what's happening in the markets right now and what we must be focusing on moving forward. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so you know what guys, I'm going to sell you a course today. You know what, I'm going to sell you, all you guys should buy my shit, right? Actually, you know what? Actually, I've got nothing for sale right now anyway. So link in description. I'm actually giving you a free trading course. I did a video yesterday for about 20 minutes really teaching about channels and so on and so forth. And someone said, someone said in my video saying, oh, John's selling his courses. I'm like, I'm actually giving away a free trading course. Yeah, you can join my coaching program later on if you want, but you don't need to do that. You can just, I'm giving away a free trading course. So someone says selling his trading course. I love it. Anyway, so guys, I'm giving away free access to my trading course. Link in the description. Or you can actually buy it if you want. That doesn't bother me. But if you want it for free, there's a free link in the description. Go get access to that. And if you like it and you like more, then hey, you might want to become a private client of mine. But if not, hey, that's the reason why it's free. Because my shit works. So let's actually get into the video. So I want to start off with a comment that I had just recently, and it's really interesting because the comment that I had in my video that I did yesterday, I was talking about, well, as you guys know, right? I've had for you guys that have been watching me for many months, right? I've actually had, you know what? Let me actually focus on the first comment here. And this is the comment that I got just recently, okay? So this is the comment here. So this right here, okay? So this is the comment that I got yesterday. And this guy here, okay? He says, this guy's ridiculous. Just because he is long on options, actually no name, N-O, no name. I've actually been long for majority of this year, so my options are up. And even if the market does crash or pull back, I have stops in place to get me out at a profit, so I can't make a loss. Interesting. Okay, so just because he's long on options, he says, oh man, the markets are going to melt up to 5,000 and 17,000 by year end. Everyone is saying that. Well, I've been saying that for the majority of this year. And if you've been watching me, you know that I even did a video. In fact, you know what? Let me actually just go back to my actual YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see this is my YouTube channel, right? And you can see that I did a video here, 2021, and I did it 4 months ago. I even came out 4 months ago and saying, here is my year-end targets. That's 4 months ago. What's happened to the market since the last 4 months? Up, right? And I did that, and I put my neck on the line 4 months ago to say, hey, here is my price target, which was 17,000 Nasdaq and 5,000, a minimum of 5,000, possibly even a 5,400. Now, 5,400 is aggressive, but a conservative approach is 5,000. And now that's what I did 4 months ago. And so if you have a look at this, this is interesting. He says by the year end, everyone is saying that. Everyone is on the bandwagon of melt up has started. Watch the exact is going to happen. I guess he's talking about what's the exact opposite is going to happen. Well, that's your thoughts. And this is one thing that's obviously this important update, right? One thing I've learned through my trading traders through the last 17 years and where I've always gone wrong. And what is this here? John is demand. I just focused on. Oh, by the way, everyone that helped me out with my car yesterday, I appreciate that. For you guys that don't know, I'm actually looking to upgrade. I've got a 2015 SUV, and I'm looking to upgrade to another family car, right? Like that's got like 5 seats, and I can put luggage and so on and so forth. Not like I've got a sports car just for me, but I'm trying to upgrade my family car soon. So thank you for everyone that actually helped me out with that. So he said everyone's going to, but watch, he says, watch the exact opposite is going to happen. Well, that is your thoughts, okay? That is your thoughts. And it's important that we actually look at the market as it is, okay? So there's two things to understand about these markets. And I know a lot of people are thinking like, how can the market keep going up? Like what? No name. No name. Peter says Tesla. Go for Tesla. Gone says go to Lexus. All right, cool. So let's have a look at this here. Okay, so if I go to the S&P 500, look at this here. Now the S&P 500, if again, majority of this year, I've had a 5,000 target on the S&P, possibly even a 5,400, right? So if I just look at the upside, that's only around about a 6% move to the upside. And the same for the Nasdaq, that 17,000 print. It's probably actually going to go a lot higher than that when we start to really move. But we have, that's only a 6 or 7% move to the upside. So it's actually not that much. But here's the thing I really want you to, when it comes to the stock market, okay, really comes to the stock market here. Here's something really, two big things to understand about the stock market when it comes to right now, okay? Firstly, the trend is your friend until the end, okay? So technical analysis simply says the trend is your friend until the end. And if you have a look at the markets as a whole, you will know that, again, major higher lows, major higher lows, major higher lows. The trend is your friend until the end. And we've actually been making higher lows all the way up. We possibly had a bit of a short-term change here, but not a lower high. And then the market took off again, right? So the trend is your friend until the end. So that's the first thing you must understand. And until the market changes, then we change with it, right? So remember, your best friend is the trend. And until the trend change, we cannot sit here and say, oh, well, I know this market it's not gonna go up. Like, you know what? You may be right. Whoever said no name, no name, you may be right. You may be right in picking the top. But why would you want to do something? Why would you want to approach the market like, oh, the opposite's going to happen right now? When you have probably maybe a 10% chance of being right and a 90% probability that the trend is going to continue. Why would you want to try to pick a top? Or if you're so confident what you're doing, right? Put your money where your mouth is. My money is where my mouth is, and my money's been where my mouth is for the entire year. Again, so you guys have been watching me for the entire year. You know I've had these targets for the entire year. It's nothing new. I've just come out for the last 5 or 6 months and here we go, okay? So the first thing is that throw your ego out the window, because remember, the trend is your friend until the end. And firstly, on a technical level, if I am wrong about the 5,000, I'm going to come out and say, you know what, guys? I don't think we're going to get to that 5,000 by the end of this year. I was wrong about that, but I'm going to keep focusing on the markets. And as long as the market keeps making these beautiful higher lows and we continue on this beautiful upward trend, I am going to then continue staying with that until the market tells me, not because, oh, I think I know, I'm smart. Like, no, I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But when it comes to my trading, right, no name, when it comes to my trading, I am going to then approach the markets in a way where I'm going to approach the markets where I'm going to say, you know what, market, I'm going to wait for you to tell me what's likely going to happen. And then I'll make a decision. Because if I'm trying to pick a top right now, just like it's done for the majority of this year, every time we've made a new high and we've had a pullback, guess what? New high, pullback, new high, pullback, new high. So what makes this different right now? What makes this, well, we're not going to raise to 5,000. It's only a 6% move to the upside. And we've still got, what, a month and a half left of this year? And so that's the first thing, okay? So please, traders, if you're trading these markets, don't try to pick a top in the markets or pick a bottom. Wait for the market. Like, why not jump on a trend and why not jump on something that's going to give you an 80% probability and you know, instead of trying to get into something that's going to give you a 20% probability. Oh, I'm going to get in before everyone else gets it, right? I'm going to pick this top so I can be right. Oh, no, you're going to be broke. That's what you're going to be. You're not going to be right. You're going to be broke. Stop trying to pick a top. Stop trying to be a Harry Dent, right? Poor Harry. I actually like Harry Dent. I think it's cool, but he's always looking for that top. 15 years later. Poor Harry. Anyway, okay, traders. So why not jump on the bandwagon of, if you want a long-term not just be one and done, you know, like the whole lucky one. Because even if you do get lucky right now and you pick the top, right? Oh, I'm all in. I'm YOLO. I'm picking the top. And the market does have that. Well, that's it. The market does have a complete meltdown from now. And I'm wrong and you're right. Oh, John Z, I told you, I just made $1 million. guess what your dumbass is going to do? You're going to go throw that $1 million into something, and it's probably going to be leveraged because you got it right last time and you're smart and you know what you're doing and blah, 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 blah. And guess what's going to happen? Not only are you going to lose all that $1 million, but you're going to probably owe the broker a few $100,000 because of slippage and leverage and so on and so forth, right? And then suddenly they come and take your house. So I'm not about one and done. I want to be here for a long time. I teach my kids how to do this stuff. I want you to be around at 20, 30 and say, you know what? This is just the way it is. I want to continue to be here for a long, long, long time and doing well from trading. And so the number one thing to you is, if you want to be here 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, why not have an approach that's going to help you have a much higher consistency of doing well out of the markets and jumping on a trend. The trend is your friend until the end. And so please guys, please don't be trying to jump around right now. Please, jumping on I'm going to try to pick the top here, all right? So with all that being said, and this is important for you guys to actually moving forward this week, right? Because I want you guys to do really well. So please, firstly, I don't know. All I do know is, one, the market is continuing to make a very nice higher highs, higher lows, and we've just been a beautiful higher high again, okay? And nothing's stopping this. Secondly, nothing has changed when it comes to the big things that move these markets around. Interest rates are really low and they're still doing quantitative easing. That is bullish for asset prices. So, and one thing, No Name, let me actually explain something to you, No Name. Right now, forget the technicals, right? Firstly, technicals, trend is your friend until the end. Cool. Now we've got that out of the side. Secondly, fundamentals. Right now, on a fundamental level about these markets on a whole, right? We are going to get pullbacks. Right? We do get pullbacks, but the overall complete trend change, not just a pullback, right? But a trend change, where we actually start to, see a complete melt off for 6 months or more. Anyway, the fundamentals behind these markets need to change, right? Right now, the neutral rate with the interest rate is 2.5%, right? So that means the interest rates, they need to get to 2.5% to be neutral in these markets, but that's without the QE they're still doing every single month. So right now, as I speak right now, they're doing QE every single month, but where are interest rates? Are they neutral where the market's not bullish or bearish for assets? No. So not only are we at zero, but we're still doing this. So on a fundamental level, these simple basic things about these markets around what's happening right now, the stock market, please don't fight it. When the fundamentals, when the mechanics of the big fundamentals start to change, aka they start to really move this, aka they start to really do this with interest rates, that's when you say, you know what, now we need to be really cautious about something happening, right? But then the market will start to do a lower high and then break down, right? That's how a downtrend happens. The market doesn't just do that, right? If you're thinking the market's just going to do that straight away, the market doesn't do that, right? It comes down a little bit. We have a little bit of a pullback. We have a lower high. We break down, et cetera, right? So traders, and so therefore, we have a 90% probability, probably a lot more, that we're going, yes, we may get a bit of a pullback through here, but we're going to continue to do that because the trend is your friend until the end. And on top of that, we've still got a lot of QE, and we're not even nowhere near the neutral rate without the QE. So bullish. On top of all that, we have $3.5 trillion on the sidelines of paper or dry powder that are coming into the economy and asset prices, which means inflation's not transitory. Well, that's the reason why that's the reason why the inflation wasn't transitory last week. And so when we look at that, and also the money that's coming into the markets from that $3.5 extra trillion in the markets. But guess what? There's still more. They're doing $1 to $2 trillion per year of buybacks. Apple, Berkshire, halfway. Did I say that right? Hathaway? How do you say that, traders? Hathaway. Anyway, so, right, Hathaway. And when we look at this, right, and when we look at what's happening with the markets, we see even like Facebook going to town with the buybacks, right? So there's so much money going into these markets at this point in time that yes, inflation is starting to kick in a little bit, right? We're starting to see that, well, actually it's more than a little bit, right? We're starting to see that inflation kick in. But the mechanisms, the mechanics of these markets haven't changed yet. Now, yes, when we start to see this really start to change, they start to really jack up interest rates to try to calm down this inflation. That's when you're going to start to like, whoa, here we go. We're getting very close to that, seeing that top. But until that, guys, we have this here, right? Right? This, what is this thing here? This thing here is called fire, right? There's a massive bonfire underneath these markets that's sending these markets up. That's the reason why for the majority of this year, even 4 or 5 months ago back here, I was saying, you know what, guys? I have a 5,000 target on the S&P. Oh, John, you're an idiot. Well, the market was around what? 4,000, 4,100, somewhere around about here, 4,200. I'm like, here we go, 5,000. And we're actually almost at there right now. So traders, that's the important update. That's an important update around the actual stock market and what we're seeing right now. On a technical level, we have 2 different major channels that's actually coming in right now on a level here. And something that's important, traders, that I do when reading the markets, because the number one thing to me is the market itself, okay? If I take everything off the screen, the number one thing is this chart itself. It's not the one day. It's not like, oh, look, we had an update today. Look what's happening now. Like, that's not important to me. How to read the markets and how to actually read the charts, what's really important is to scream out here to see where the big picture is. Now, I never understood this, and if you're new, you're probably thinking, like, what the hell am I looking at here? What I'm looking at here is to see where is the flow of the markets, right? I'm just trying to see where is the flow here. So I can see there's a massive flow that's going on, as you can see, right? That's actually just continue to see this market do its thing, higher highs and higher lows and so on and so forth. And to end this bull market, guess what we're probably going to get? Something like, actually, it won't be like that, right? It'll be like something like this. It's like that. People think it's going to do that, but even if the market is going to quote unquote crash, guys, it's going to take time for it to roll over, create a topping pattern, right? So it's not going to happen in one day. We're not going to get this back here. The vid situation was because the economy came to a sudden halt, right? There was a big shock, big uncertainty, and there's this reason why the stock market came down really, really quickly. But when things are slowly unraveling, right, the market will slowly create a top, just like we did back. So if you think, and once again, if you think about the market being actually a big crash here, just like we did back in, let's actually go to the weekly charts here, right? Just like we did back. Actually, you know what? Let me just do this here. Let me go back to 08. So look at this here, right? So this here was the top in 2019 and 2019 and basically 2020, right? The bear market here. But as you can see, right, it took time for it to form a top. Now this is a weekly bars, guys. So this is probably like 1 year worth of data. And then guess what? We slowly came down, made a lower high, lower low, lower high. See how we slowly go down, right? We slowly do that. And then we start to change. Well, there's a bit of a double bottom, and then we start to make these high lows up, high lows, high low, high low, high low, double, and then we make a lower high, and we start to do this, right? See how, and all this period here, remember, this is 07 to 08. That's actually 1 year of sideways movement. So if you're thinking the market is just going to if you think the market's going to do something like this, fall off a complete cliff, that's likely to happen as the market continues to slowly go down, okay, traders? So don't try and pick a top right now. The market will slowly start to tell us when toppy is coming. Toppy. Okay, traders? So when I'm actually looking at this here, right, I can see where we're going here, but then when I start to identify the channels, let me actually bring on my trend lines here, I can start to get a really good idea of not only the trend analysis, but I can see the major channels of what the market is operating in. So when I'm looking at this here and I'm looking at the market with what the market is operating in, you can see what's happening here, right? We can see major low point through there. And we have a bit of a channel coming through here as well too, right? I also can see that there's actually a bit of a short term, as you can see, there's actually a bit of a short term channel happening right now as well too. So to me, it just makes sense that because the market loves to run to resistance levels and support levels, that once we actually break through here, that the next target is to the top of the channel. And that may, and by the way, this X marks the spot, this line through here, traders, that line through there, that's actually the end of this year. So we could actually slowly make our way up to there overall and hit that 5,200. Again, my aggressive target is 5,400. My conservative target is 5,000 on the S&P 500. I think we're going to best that in the actual stock market. So that's what I'm looking at through there, traders, when it comes to stock. And as you can see, traders, like, I don't want you focusing on just one market. There's a lot of opportunities everywhere if we just look at the market as it is. And so when we're looking at that, even when it comes down to the mining sector as well too, the mining sector, we do actually have a bit of a trend line coming down through here. So we may actually find a bit of resistance. We may getting a little bit more upside initially, but we're probably going to find a little bit of resistance around that $36 level coming into the, what is that line there? Let's actually delete that. Coming into, oh geez, coming into the gold mining stocks there. So that's that big sector through there. Sorry, the big resistance through there. Coming into the good old gold market through here as well. Gold, to me right now, traders, has just made a final big breakout of this long time phase. We've made a higher low, and you can see how there's like a bit of an ascending triangle pattern here, right? So resistance, and then we have the support, high low. See how, and we could possibly have even a bit of a trend line coming up through there. So possibly something going on like that through there. Ascending triangle pattern, breakout of the ascending triangle pattern, plus also a breakout of this big long-term triangle pattern that's been happening as well too. And here we are right now, just breaking out. So we may get a bit more of a backing pattern, but I see this market starting to make its way back up to 3,000 on gold, and possibly, if inflation keeps going, possibly even a lot higher into next year. We won't see 3,000 gold this year, guys. So just be patient. Just understand, traders, if the market's at 1850 now, and I have a 3,000 target, like a 3K target, that may take 12 months or more to get there. All right. So if you see things making big moves, just understand that big moves take time as well too. Okay, so don't expect things to happen like big move. It's going to happen today, because that's generally not the way the market works. So we're looking at that there, and then also when it comes down to the good old silver market as well too, we're starting to get that beautiful head and shoulder formation, a beautiful breakout here as well too. So I wouldn't be too surprised to start to see silver make its way back up to the 28,500, and then once we actually start to break that 28,500, once we start to break that, then I see silver's actually in a pretty, I've actually identified a potential. It's not a strong channel because we've only had like 1 point through here, so that's that 1 point there. But if silver starts to make its way back up and we start to get into the 30 level over the next couple of weeks, or maybe even next month or two, if we start to get that, then to me, I've identified a bit of a channel that silver may be getting ready to make a move back up towards these levels through here. So again, it's not a really strong level because we only had we've had one bounce here and then one bounce, and I've just identified this low and connected the high point. So it's not a very strong channel, but if we do start to make our way back up, there's a really good probability that we're going to start to make our way up to wherever this resistance line is on the silver market. So exciting times to come, guys. Exciting what's happening right now in the stock market, and it's going to be an exciting week and also an exciting rest of this year. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go do that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.